Top story tonight. A soccer coach has been charged with killing a teenage boy whose body was found on the side of a road in Oxnard.
And he's accused of crimes against another boy. KCAL's Laurie Perez says the sheriff's department fears there could be more victims out there.
When we spoke to Oscar Hernandez's mother this evening, she spoke just barely above a whisper. A mother mourning her 13-year-old son.
Esto es un mensaje para las madres para que no confíen sus hijos con nadie.
This is a message for mothers to trust no one with your children. Moments after the district attorney announced he was charging her son's soccer coach with his murder, Oscar Hernandez's mother said she wants Mario Garcia Aquino to face
La pena máxima. Eso es lo que yo. Incluso muerte. Sí.
The maximum penalty, including death. Yes. DA Nathan Hochman said the 13-year-old was killed in Lancaster on March 28th and said his 43-year-old soccer coach did it. Search teams found the boy's body off the side of a road in Oxnard last Wednesday. Hernandez's family says they reported him missing after they lost touch with him when he took a train from Sun Valley to meet the coach in Lancaster, who was then supposed to drive the boy home. The DA said they are not yet clear on how Hernandez was killed, but the charges include a special circumstance of murder during the commission or attempted commission of a lewd act with a child. Hochman recently said he'd allow prosecutors to seek the death penalty, and this could be one of those instances.
We have recently instituted a new death penalty policy in which we will be evaluating whether or not the death penalty is appropriate for this particular case.
LA Sheriff revealed they'd actually already been investigating Garcia Aquino for allegations of another child sexual assault from last year. When pressed about the delay in filing charges in that case and whether it could have gotten him off the street, the DA said,
in every single case, we want justice to be as speedy as possible, but we got to get it right. And we have to make sure that at the time we end up charging someone, we have the evidence to prove it. So when we filed and got the arrest warrant on the earlier case, he was actually arrested, and unfortunately, he had committed this case as well.
In his words, the sheriff says they fear there could be more victims. He's reaching out especially to the migrant community the Hernandez family is a part of.
No matter what your documentation status is, we have a young man that was killed, murdered. That matters. And it should matter to everyone else out there. And that's why we're urging the public, whether we fear of it or we think there's other victims, whatever the circumstances may be, whether you speak the language or you don't, I don't care where you come from, please come forward, let us know right away.
Garcia Aquino will be arraigned Tuesday. In downtown Los Angeles, I'm Laurie Perez, KCAL News.
Well, Mike Rogers, I know a lot of people have the same questions we do. Why was this coach not arrested or charged for the alleged 2024 incident sooner?
That's right. And Mike, you've been looking into this. What have you been able to learn about that?
Yeah, so we've been trying to put this timeline together, right? Because we learned that in 2024, February 22nd of 2024, that's when this coach was accused then of assaulting a 16-year-old boy with the intent to sexually assault him. Now, we learned of that actually through court records, because the day that they got the approval for the warrant by a judge and the day they took him into custody was the same day that they found Oscar's body. A year and about a month later, since the family of that 16-year-old accused him of sexually assaulting their child. Today, Sheriff Robert Luna just talked about how that case came to be.
Garcia Aquino befriended a Sylmar family who allowed their juvenile son to stay with him at his residence in Palmdale. The family subsequently filed a criminal report with the Palmdale Sheriff's Station, alleging sexual abuse of their child. During the investigation, detectives learned that there was another unrelated child sexual abuse case being handled by the Los Angeles Police Department.
And tonight we have learned that unrelated sexual abuse claim being investigated by the LAPD is actually from 2022. We don't have any circumstances surrounding that one. We're asking the LAPD to share information with us about that investigation. But now we're talking about investigations against the soccer coach in 2022, 2024, and now Oscar's death in 2025. To be clear, before Oscar's death, he had not been arrested or charged with either the 2022 case or the 2024 case. I have asked both the DA's office and the Sheriff's Department about the 2024 case and the delay in a year and a month of not filing that case, only to file it on the day of Oscar's death. So far, they've not gotten back to me on the circumstances surrounding the year-long investigation and the decision to file on the day Oscar died.
And the concern now that there may be more victims out there.
And he was still coaching during all that time.
All the time, yep.
All right.
Mike, thank you.